Hi friends, welcome to Tradition in the Kitchen. I'm Toby and today we're making HAMANTASCHEN. See the link in the description box below for a printable version of this recipe. HAMANTASCHEN are traditional triangular cookies eaten on Purim. Purim is a day to celebrate the Jewish people being saved from Haman. Haman was a Persian leader under the king and he wanted to destroy the Jews. At the time, King Ahasuerus was looking for a new wife to replace his first wife Vashti, and he held a contest to find the fairest maiden in town. Here he met Esther, who happened to be a Jew, and he made her his queen. Esther had to keep her Jewish identity a secret, but when she learned about Haman's plan to kill the Jews, she called upon her Jewish cousin Mordecai to ask him what to do. With the help of Esther and Mordecai, King Ahasuerus was informed of Haman's plan and was convinced that Haman must be defeated. The hamantashen are shaped as triangular cookies to resemble Haman's hat, which was said to be a three-pointed hat. For this hamantashen recipe, you will need 4 1/4 cups flour, 4 teaspoons baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 cup margarine, 1/2 cup vegetable shortening, 1 1/2 cups sugar, 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons vanilla, 4 teaspoons orange juice, 1 can pastry filling. Later on, for an egg wash, we'll need 1 egg, but you can set this aside until it's time to bake the hamantashen. Begin by adding the baking powder and salt into the flour. Then set this aside. Now, using a stand mixer fitted with a paddle attachment, cream together the margarine, shortening, and sugar. Add in the eggs, and a portion of the flour, and mix. We're going to be adding the flour in sections alternating with other ingredients, so just add a little bit at a time. Next, add in the vanilla, and another portion of flour. Once combined, add in around half of the orange juice, which is around 2 teaspoons, and a little bit more flour, and mix. Add the rest of the orange juice, and some more flour, and mix again. Now add the final portion of flour and mix until fully combined. Once the mixture has come together into a dough, remove it from the bowl and allow it to chill overnight in the fridge. It's time to shape our hamantashen. I like to transfer my dough into a bowl to make it easier to access. Line a cookie sheet with parchment paper and set this aside. Flour your work surface to make sure the dough does not stick. Take a portion of dough from the bowl and keep the remaining dough in the fridge until you're ready to use it. Roll out the dough until it's around 1/8 of an inch thick. Now you'll need something circular to cut out the dough. I use a lid from an old container that's around 3 1/2 inches in diameter. Place the lid, or your alternative circular object, onto the dough and press it down to cut the dough into as many circles as possible. Now remove the excess dough and set it aside to be rolled out later on. Place a raspberry-sized amount of pastry filling into the center of each circle. Now it's time to fold. Fold one side of the circle towards the center. and make sure to leave one of the corners open. Now fold the opposite side, pushing down both corners. Finally, fold up the bottom side of the circle, pushing down one of the corners and tucking the other corner under the first side we left open. Make sure to squeeze the corners shut so that the filling doesn't ooze out while the cookies are in the oven. Repeat this process with the rest of your dough and place the folded HAMANTASCHEN onto the baking sheet we lined earlier. Before baking the cookies, we have to coat them with an egg wash to give them a nice glaze. Beat 1 egg and coat the HAMANTASCHEN using a pastry brush or your fingers. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees. Now, cover the cookies with a small towel and allow them to sit for around 30 minutes before baking. Once they have sat, bake them for around 20 to 23 minutes until they are a light golden brown color. Now we have our finished HAMANTASCHEN.
Thank you for baking along with me today. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make hamentashen.
Subscribe to this channel for more videos and check out our Instagram and website for more updates. I'd love if you could visit my website by clicking the link in the description box below and take the survey to let me know what you thought of today's video. See you next time!